XRP is on life support. But today, we got a pulse. Just a little bit. Just a little tiny pulse. And some people are getting excited, but again, still nothing to be excited about. We're still under all of our, not all of them, but most of our major important resistance levels. But the little move we got today is a good sign because the market was down, Bitcoin was going down a little bit, and XRP popped up. So we're going to look at, of course, the XRP USD chart, but also the XRP versus Bitcoin chart, because that's kind of what we want to see right now. That's what that chart is showing the most promise at the moment. But we got a little bit of a move up this morning, right? I mean, we popped pretty nicely off the lows. We hit 57 cents the other day. We came up as much as 15% off those lows. So something, little move. Again, none of this is relevant until XRP is at dollars. But every big move does start with a little move. So my gut's saying we're just going to retrace this whole thing because that seems to be what happens every time we get a pump. But maybe since I'm finally catching on to that, and I think we're going to retrace the whole move, maybe we actually don't this time. It looks like like I said, we got a nice little move up, and we've held it pretty decently so far. This is a nice little sign of life. We did break out of one kind of descending resistance line, but I'll get rid of that. We have another one here. You could draw another one kind of like that maybe, and we're still under it. Obviously something's still holding us back because we aren't rocket shipping. So I'm going to stick with this line right here. It doesn't look terrible, right? Like we rebounded pretty decently. Looks like a good consolidation bottoming structure, getting ready to break out, go higher. Again, if we zoom out, right, we have our bigger pattern here that we broke out of and have now retested, and it looks like we're bouncing off of. So this is a good sign. We also have tomorrow the automated market makers going live on the XRP ledger, which is just good news for the development and the liquidity that the ledger will have in general. From my understanding, at least, it's just a good thing that is being added. That's taken quite some time. I think there's also something with the SEC lawsuit going on tomorrow, some briefings or something. But, all of this probably a nothing burger, probably not going to have any kind of effect on the price. But it is just good to see things continuing to move along. So we'll go over to, we'll look at Credible Crypto's tweet really quick, because he's been talking about XRP a lot, especially against the Bitcoin pair. So he mentioned in his last video how on the lower time frame you could see one move down back to this orange zone, and then we'll bounce off of it. And that ended up being exactly what we got. XRP dumped pretty hard the other day, and it came down. And it also didn't pump very much when Bitcoin got that bounce yesterday during the FOMC. So the Bitcoin pair came down and touched near the lows again, and then it's bounced off since. So if we go over to XRP versus Bitcoin, and we zoom in on smaller time frame. Well, first of all, here's the daily. You can see we kind of had this resistance here. If I want to draw it even different, like this maybe, something like that. It looks like we've kind of broken out of that descending resistance, right? Something like this. But we had that little range. We came down, retested this bottom, and then we bounced off since. We broke this high actually, not by a lot, but by a little bit. And we're holding back above these levels right here. If I draw a little rectangle, holding back above these levels right here. So it looks like XRP is ready to go versus its Bitcoin pair, and it's ready to outperform. Again, we'll see if this little rally we've had can continue and actually start to break us out. But it is nice to see this little sign of life that we're actually getting here, because XRP versus Bitcoin has such a long way to the upside. Even just to get back to like this range, which was our lows for a long time, just to get back up there from where we're at is like a 60 to 70% pump versus Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's going up, that's an even bigger pump than 60 or 70%. But if we were just to take even just that 70% from where we're at, that would take us to around $1. I had to do some quick math in my head, right? From where we're at, 70%. Yeah, literally right to around $1. So that would just be getting us back up to the bottom of our Bitcoin pair, like the place we normally held our lows. But then if you want to look on a more macro time frame, oh brother, we haven't set an all-time high against Bitcoin since 2017. So just imagine a scenario in which we come from these lows here and we come up and like start testing these highs. Look, just even this high right here is about 1,000%. Like this cluster area would be about 1,000%, which again, if Bitcoin were to stay still and we were to move up there, that would be a 10x. So that would take us to around $6. But we're probably going to be in an environment where Bitcoin continues higher, which means that this 1,000% move versus Bitcoin will equate to even more in the USD pair, because you're measuring it in Bitcoin. I think you get it. You get the idea. So it looks good. We're touching this multi-year trend line versus Bitcoin. We see a bottoming structure. There's confluence in the USD chart that we have broken out of our descending resistance. We've retested and we're starting to bounce. This thing's just a slug, man. It's been lagging very hard, and it's frustrating to hold, but we really are at the precipice if things are to line up. Here, if we look at the market cap chart, I did find an interesting fractal that I thought I'd pull over. So if you line up this weekly chart, it looks pretty freaking similar, like where we have these troughs and then these rises and then we come back down and then we've deviated a little bit right here, right? We've gone up while it continued down, but this would suggest that within 3 to 4 weeks, so about a month, is when we really see these massive green candles. Again, the way that I have this chart drawn, this triangle could take towards fall of this year. Now, I'm not expecting that. I really think we're going to get this move sooner rather than later. I've been saying it for a long time, but I'd be surprised if not before summer, if we don't see something happen with XRP before the summertime. I think the setup is there. It looks really good. If we zoom in a little bit, we are putting in kind of a nice inverted head and shoulders almost. If I draw right here, right? Could call this a shoulder, and then again, we're setting something right here, looking to blast off. The key level right now that we need to break on USD is, of course, 75 cents. Clear these highs and things are going to start looking really good, and I would expect them to start moving pretty rapidly. But we did see a little bit of a sign of life today, which was nice, that it bounced a little bit while Bitcoin was even going down. It looks like it wants to push higher. It is holding this level a lot better than it did the other day when it came up here. Got whacked down and came right back down and hit 57 cents. So today we've pushed up and we're holding this 63 cent area pretty well, and look, hoping for a continuation tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy this kind of content, I made a Discord recently. Here we just post technical analysis, tweets, information, articles we find, memes, meme coins, to talk about crypto. If any of that's of interest to you, a link will be in the description. It's completely free to join. Go ahead, hop in, join the community. Other than that, link to my Twitter also in the description. Hop in. I appreciate the support on the recent videos. One of the recent XRP videos, of course, when I was talking negatively, decided to pop off and get a couple thousand views, a lot of comments. So I've been replying to all those, most of those comments, and I appreciate all the support. If you like this video, leave a like. Also comment, let me know your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel for more videos in the future. Let me know what you want to see, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.